Hey guys, welcome to another commentary done by Diggity. In the upper right-hand corner, we have Idra starting as the red zerg, and he's really been the man to look out for in the foreigner community at large, basically foreigners being everyone outside of Korea. He was a professional actually in Korea for CJ Entus and Istro, is one of the few foreigners who can say he has his pro gaming license, has a really strong mechanical foundation. He can out macro anybody in the foreigner community. He's really high level player, just really extremely brutally strong. He's like Machine but worse is really what it comes down to in his macro. And I really feel like across the board, he's the guy that everyone looks out for, particularly in tournaments. This is from MLG, by the way. Special thanks to Gustav Wallen for getting me this replay. By the way, if you guys have a really good replay, high-level play that you want to see commentated, go ahead and send it my direction at my email, which I believe is in my YouTube comment page. He's going up against Kiwikaki, and the thing is if there was one player I would say that could throw Idra off balance, it would be Kiwikaki, because that is his specialty. And I think there's a lot of guys, a lot of people, I would say, spectators, viewers, fans, that don't know about Kiwikaki. It's kind of like, oh, you don't know about my pilot. No, you don't know about Kiwikaki. He is a really creative, really interesting player. He's got really strong micro. He's got decent macro, but really he has an onslaught, just a lot of creative builds. And that's the sort of thing that can really put Idra off balance, that can really kind of throw him off, push him off his mechanical advantage, push him off his macro advantage. And if there was one guy I would say at large that poses a strong threat to Idra, that aside from G5, who hasn't been playing StarCraft 2, I would say it's got to be Kiwikaki. And I hear G5 might be shifting over. I feel like G5, if you guys followed original StarCraft, is a very strong comparison to Kiwikaki and his style of play. And Kiwikaki actually planting a pylon there to deny Idra that early economic advantage, and I like what Idra does. Instead, he's like, okay, you're going to deny me that, I'll just go spawning pool instead. Probably going to follow that up with a queen and just spend his minerals that way, so he won't be too far economically behind when it kind of swings around to it. Looks like Kiwikaki has just kind of that standard gateway, has a single gas, isn't doing anything too clever. It looks like he is chrono boosting probes, so at this stage at least not doing anything too off balance aside from just placing that pylon here at that natural expansion. So looks like that scouting drone now pushing in for Idra as well. But I love Idra's adjustment, and that just shows you his strength. Instead of just going to immediately just get a queen to follow that up, and yeah, get an extractor as well. So he's not too far behind as far as this economic follow-up. He's going to scout in. And actually, I love this play from Idra. I'm just going to have to say that all game long, I guess. He's going to steal Kiwikaki's gas, and what that's really going to force Kiwikaki to do is play a little bit more economic. If he was thinking about maybe going for a robotics facility opening, maybe going for a heavy gas stalker sort of infantry follow-up into the mid-game, he's going to basically be nerfed as a result of this gas steal. He's going to have to play a stronger, longer economic... I take it back. Never mind. Ignore all that, because he went robotics facility instead. So, and that shocks me, honestly, a little bit. So Kiwikaki, despite the gas steal here, is going to continue to go with the robotics facility build. So let's see what he does with that. Idra, in the meantime, does have his hatchery building, and I believe already has that. Already has the first queen, and immediately going to follow it up with a... Well, maybe not. Okay, yeah, there's the first queen. He's going to follow it up with the second queen. I like what he's doing with these zerglings as well. Basically, just pulling up these zerglings. Kiwikaki might have been tempted to try to pull this first zealot off the line to try to take this gas down a little bit sooner, but just moving these four zerglings forward, it forces Kiwikaki to stay honest, forces him to keep that zealot on the front lines in kind of that defensive slot. And also Idra really doing all the right moves here, going to bring those zerglings around to again continue to put pressure on Kiwikaki, force him to play a little bit more defensively. Kiwikaki, I think, might have been put into the red by that pylon kill at the natural expansion as well. So very nice play, I would say, from both players. Kiwikaki is doing something creative, going immortal. So I assume he's just going to go immortal zealot and go and try to catch Idra in that timing before he has any sort of anti-air. But again, I wonder how effectively he's going to be able to execute that, particularly with that gas steal. Maybe he can do it off one gas. But yeah, again, maybe you'd want sentries or stalkers even in the combination attack, but maybe he's just going to be forced more towards Zealot as a result. So Zealot Immortal, I assume at this stage, is what we're going to see from him. And there's additional gateways, and that definitely confirms what I was thinking there. He's definitely going to go Zealot Immortal. That's definitely what he's dedicating towards now. So it's going to be Immortal Zealot, and really what he needs to do is he needs to make sure that he protects these Immortals from the Zerglings with speed. It looks like Idra, in the meantime, does have Layer Tech on the way, also getting a Roach Warren, is sticking actually to just a single gas, so playing it very mineral heavy, relying on spine crawlers, and it looks like Zerglings for his defense. And Kiwikaki, in the meantime, getting a Warp Prism out. Wow. Wow. So actually this could be very clever and this could really hurt Idra, because more or less what he'll be able to do is dump these Immortals in the back of the base, and because Idra going much more mineral heavy than gas heavy, he's not going to have a lot of anti-air to really cope with this for a while. So it's possible that Kiwikaki, with just his fantastic micromanagement, will be able to do a lot of damage. Unfortunately, it looks like that Overlord saw that Warp Prism as it was moving out, so I think Idra at least is going to know this is coming. Let's see if he can actually defend against it. Really, the key is going to be these creep tumors, as well as perhaps Overlord spreading creep here in the back corner. But really, Idra does not have a lot of Zerglings to get this done with. So let's see. He's got, well, actually, never mind. It looks like he just pumped a lot out as soon as he saw it. Has 22 Zerglings. Really needs to pick off these Immortals as soon as they drop into. Whoa! Zealots warping in. So Warp gets in the background to ward Zealots in to take care of the Zerglings and protect them against protect the Immortals against them. But unfortunately, one Immortal already taken out. But still, Kiwikaki pushing in with a significant Zealot and Immortal force, and done a very good job of screening thus far. So now let's see if Idra can try to abuse a little bit of that Zergling speed to pick that Immortal off. That's really going to be the key in his defense here. He needs to pump as many Roaches as possible, and also needs to get those Zerglings to pick that Immortal off. But yeah, and there's the Zerglings diving in. This is huge. Kiwikaki needs to defend it. The Zerglings on top of the Immortal, whittling down the health. Did manage to take the shield out, but not able to kill the Immortal, and that's really going to be the big factor, is that Immortal just able to do a blunt force trauma. Looks like there is an upgrade that will finish, but there's not going to be a lot of Roaches to help cope with it. So Idra in a lot of trouble. That Roach Den with just a sliver of health. More Zealots warping in as I speak. Well, actually not as I speak, but they will be momentarily for Kiwikaki. And let's take a look at the Harvester count. It looks like he's actually even right here, so this is an excellent attack from Kiwikaki, just taking out all sorts of Zergling, approaching the drones coming off the line to help deal with this Immortal and the Zealots. Looks like the Immortal had a little bit of shield to cope with. Out of shield once again, the drones trying to get to that Immortal. But more Zealots peeling out and just devastating that economy line. Looks like that Queen's been taken out as well, and I think Kiwikaki has it. Never mind, Immortal taken out. Still 2 Roaches in the background, more drones off the line. Idris still might be able to recover from this, but more Zealots flooding in. I think that is going to be it. I think Kiwikaki has managed to penetrate Idra's defense, and it's amazing kind of the defense he's putting up nevertheless. But yeah, the Roach is finally getting taken out, nothing but Zerglings left, and plenty of Zealots to continue warping in. Idra knows it. There's GG. Excellent play, I would say, from both players, but Kiwikaki takes it with a very creative build, and I think Idra had to be so thrown off there, thinking, are you kidding me? I'm facing tech here after a gas steal? What? He was definitely expecting Kiwikaki to more, I think, play more of the economic style of game. Beautiful play from both players, Kiwikaki especially. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for listening. Have an interview up, by the way, if you go to reddit.com/r/StarCraft. And yeah, see you guys next time.